circles. So I'm going to give you an exercise. Ah, this is good stuff. What I want you to do before the end of the day, before you go to bed tonight, I want you to take a sheet of paper, and at the top of this sheet of paper, write the word goals, and then write today's date. Then I want you to write down 10 goals. Write down 10 goals that you would like to accomplish in the next year. You can write more than 10 if you like, but you write at least 10. Now this is the only real exercise I'm going to give you, and if you do this, it will change your life. Write down a list of 10 goals. So I want you to promise me that before you go to bed tonight, you'll make a list of 10 goals. Promise me, say yes. Yes. Okay. Now, even if you're lying, say yes. I gave this exercise to a seminar of 500 women at a convention some years ago. 2 months later, I met a woman who had been at that seminar. And they were sharing rooms in the hotel. She was sharing a room with another woman. They had come from different parts of the country, and they were sharing a room to keep expenses down. She said, "My whole life has changed since I wrote my 10 goals." She said, "It's wonderful. I've accomplished half of the goals. I am making twice as much money." She said, "My life is transformed." She said, "But let me tell you a story." She said, when I got back to my room that night with my roommate, and we all said, "Yes, I'll write down 10 goals," I immediately got out a piece of paper and I began to write my goals. And my roommate said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I promised Brian I would write down 10 goals. So I'm writing down my 10 goals." She said, "That's just silly. That doesn't work. That's just something you say in conventions." She said, "Oh, no." She said, "I promised to write down my 10 goals." She said, "Oh, don't waste your time." She said, "No, I said I would do it, and I'm going to do it." So she wrote down her 10 goals. Well, the unfortunate part of the story is this, is the woman who didn't write down the 10 goals had left the business and gone back to working as a waitress in a cafe. The woman who had written down her 10 goals had transformed her life and doubled her income in 2 months. So, once you've written down your 10 goals, there's one more part of the exercise. I want you to look at your list of goals, and I want you to ask this question. Which one goal on this list, if I could achieve it within 24 hours, would have the biggest positive impact or effect on my life? Which one goal? And you read through your list of goals, and you pick the one goal that if you could achieve that would have the greatest impact on your life. Then you take that goal and you write it at the top of a new piece of paper. And then you set a deadline. And then you make a list of everything you can think of to achieve that goal. And then you organize the list by priority and sequence. And then you take action on that goal, and you do something every day. If you will follow this formula that I've just given you, write down 10 goals, select the most important goal, make a plan to achieve that most important goal, and do something every day, my promise to you is in a week, a month, a year from now, your whole life will be different. You will never be the same. This changed my life. It's changed the life of every person who has ever practiced it. As long as you don't make an excuse not to write down your 10 goals before you go to bed. Because I'm coming over to your house tonight to check.